guys, welcome to Millside. So today we're talking about the Digiboil and its application in distilling, and I want to give you a good idea of just how suitable this unit is, or multi-purpose it is, not only for use as a boiler or for possibly making beer and other grains, whiskies, etc., but also for distilling. So the unit comes into South Africa with obviously the standard South African plug. Kegland manufactures these for us that way. It also comes with a full malt pipe, and it comes with its own false bottom which sits at the bottom here. Now traditionally, as the boiler, obviously none of this was included. This just gives it that advantage that you can now use the system to brew up beers. If you want to take your distilling to a new level, let's say for argument's sake you do have a still, you may have been using one of these traditional type brew pots where you would just have a sort of brew bag. Maybe you got a false bottom in like these ones of ours, which kind of made the process a little simpler. And now you're looking at possibly just moving up another level, then this is definitely the sort of thing you want to look at. So the system comes complete, obviously, with its own control system, simple to use, very accurate. You punch in whatever temperature you're looking for, it'll bring it up to that temperature and keep it there. Now in distilling mode, obviously it doesn't quite work that way. If you're punching in a temperature, unless it's extremely low, this unit will just keep on, it's not going to shut off. Obviously, as everything is rising up into the column, you're getting reflux, that's dropping back down, it's drawing heat off whatever you've put into the actual unit, and that's why this controller just keeps applying heat. Now obviously you need to regulate it with the use of the different elements here. You wouldn't in distilling mode switch all the elements on. You would switch to say 500 watts in the majority of times, and that should be more than sufficient. It comes standard with a drain valve on it here. The grain plate or false bottom is what stops any of the gunk coming through. So when you're finished mashing out, this obviously makes sure you're getting nice, clean, clear fermentables into your fermenter. The malt pipe that comes with the unit comes obviously with its own grain plate at the bottom. It comes with a handle. So once you finish, you can obviously then just lift the unit up. It has its own tabs here which locate in at the top ring here. It sits on top of the unit. You can then drain out and then do a proper sparge. Obviously with this unit, you're not limited. If you're wanting to do, for argument's sake, an inverted sugar wash, again, perfect for that. You could put your water in, bring it to boil, put in your sugar, let it cook off for 20 minutes, put in your acid, or whatever you're doing. The same with your rums, brandies. In fact, for some of the applications where you've got a lot of sediment or a lot of items floating around in it, these two obviously are going to help tremendously. Now in terms of distilling, you have a couple of options here. On the 35 litre you get an option for a copper Alembic lid and a stainless steel lid. On the larger unit you get the option for a stainless steel lid. Now traditionally in the marketplace, a lot of these units have some sort of fixed still. It'll be a reflux or a pot still, and it's pretty fixed. You can't change anything on it. It is what it is. On our systems, we've tried to go modular, so you can buy a few components and make a range of different stills. You can, for argument's sake, change the type of temperature setup you have. You can put in a reflux condenser one day or just have a standard pot still the next day. I've just randomly put together just a sort of compilation here just to give you an idea, but you might not want any of this. You could just put in a straight extension T-piece, or you could just go straight into the 180, and then you can choose a variety of different condensers from us. That's our stuff. Obviously if you have your own existing still and it's 2-inch, it uses standard triclover fittings, it will fit onto the still head, and you can then obviously use what you have. So to summarize, the unit's extremely versatile, it's extremely well made, it's multi-purpose. You can do a number of different applications with it. If your space is limited, again, this is the perfect type of unit. You don't need to have 2 or 3 separate items. You've got one item that can do everything. You can in fact take a little step further with this only on the Digiboil, where you can put in a distillation lid, and then put in a triclover fitting with a airlock piece, and you could use it as a fermenter. You need to put a separate heat belt around it. You can't use the element, unfortunately, at the bottom because your yeast cake forms there. But again, that's just to give you an idea of how versatile this unit can actually be. So end of the video, I'm just going to post a couple of pictures on what these units look like in different formats, just to give you a good idea of just how versatile they are. So bear that in mind when you're looking for possibly a new still, or possibly a combination system, or you're wanting to move into or take your distilling to a new level with grains, this sort of thing. Go ahead and consider this unit. It's certainly worth the money. It's extremely well priced. If you look at what you're paying for the unit and what you're getting, it's an absolute bargain. You can go to the website www.millside.co.za, have a look at some more information, have a look at the different still parts, and just give you an idea of what you can put together and obviously the prices of it. Thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative. See you again on the next one.